Greetings and welcome to Pop Culture Beasts Halloween Horror Picks, the show where I recommend off-the-beaten-path horror movies for your Halloween movie night. I'm your host, Ryan Stockstad, and today we're going to talk about an overlooked early 90s horror comedy with stylish direction and a fantastic cast.
So scary. It's funny.
What could you possibly see?
So funny.
You seen a blue 78 Ford station wagon?
You mean like the one on fire out there?
It's a scream.
What if the authorities actually found out I killed her?
I see the dessert menu.
The Vagrant. There goes the neighborhood. One neighbor at a time.
The Vagrant, 1992. It stars Bill Paxton, Michael Ironside, and Marshall Bell, and it co-stars Mitzi Kapture, Colleen Camp, Marc McClure, and Stuart Pankin. Paxton plays Graham Krakowski, a high-strung yuppie with a long-distance girlfriend and a crappy office job.
How'd you like to see yourself promoted to full analyst, Krakowski?
Mr. Feemster, I certainly wouldn't mind that.
And how'd you like to see yourself fired right this very minute?
I wouldn't like that at all, sir.
All he needs now to complete this perfect picture of the fractured American dream is his very own fixer-upper house.
This house speaks to me. Hear it? Just a whisper. Over and over. It says potential.
But the day he moves in, he finds a disgusting homeless guy dirtying up his kitchen. And that's just the beginning. Soon the Vagrant is camping out in the empty lot across from Paxton's home and making vaguely threatening gestures.
Yes, he's out there. Send someone immediately.
Sir, are you there? Is anybody there?
Yes, I'm here. Huh?
Krakowski's response is to increase his security measures, even taking out a second mortgage to pay for new alarms, fencing, and floodlights. His best friend tries to talk him down, but by this point, Paxton is in full-blown paranoia mode.
God, he's disgusting, Chuck. I mean, filthy. He's got this mangled eye and this sick smile like he's deranged or had some kind of a head injury or something. Graham's got this arm that hangs kind of limp and puffy. This weird walk.
The guy is some hard luck case who's sleeping here for a few days. Just leave him alone, he'll move on.
Oh, no, I don't believe that for a minute. He's clever and he's dangerous. I can see it in his eyes.
When his neighbor turns up dead, Krakowski is sure the Vagrant is responsible. Unfortunately, the cops don't buy it. Enter Michael Ironside, a bumbling detective with the unlikely name of Ralph Barfus.
Lieutenant, we're talking about a murder here.
Hey, I got your debt, Twinkle-Toes. You think I don't know what's going on here? I know exactly what's going on. Everywhere.
Edie, please.
What?
I'd like to keep her out of this.
Who?
My friend Edie.
What about her?
She's standing right behind you.
Compounding the matter, Krakowski is plagued by nightly fits of sleepwalking. He wakes up to find bizarre evidence of vandalism, which he may or may not have committed.
Look, Graham, I think it's time that you start to, seek some professional counseling. Okay, look, I'm gonna get you Brianna's cousin's number. He just opened up an office.
No! My God, if it's true. and some shrink figured it out and called the police.
Graham, let go.
I mean, what if the authorities actually found out I killed her?
Is the Vagrant killing people and trying to pin it on the increasingly unhinged yuppie? Or is Krakowski projecting his own deranged actions on the object of his paranoid obsession? The Vagrant was directed by Chris Walas, perhaps best known for handling the makeup effects on David Cronenberg's The Fly, for which he won an Academy Award, and for creating the Saturn Award-winning creature effects on Gremlins. He also directed The Fly 2 and a second season episode of Tales from the Crypt.
I'm Officer Schatz. This is my partner, Officer Lincoln.
You'll have to talk into my aide.
Ma'am, what is your name, please?
Mrs. Harry B. Howler, except Harry's been dead.
Ma'am, have you witnessed a man urinating in those bushes over there?
Urinating? Well, he better hadn't urinate back there.
He's over there right now. Quick, I think he's getting ready to urinate.
Should I call a backup?
No time, no time.
The script was penned by Richard Jeffries, whose additional horror work includes Blood Tide, Scarecrows, and Cold Creek Manor.
What could you possibly say, Kowski?
I especially love the film's score by Christopher Young. He's composed music for over 120 movies, including Hellraiser, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, The Dark Half, Species, The Grudge, Drag Me to Hell, and Sinister.
God.
The Vagrant was produced by Mel Brooks and his production company Brooks Films. A horror comedy may seem a strange fit for him, but remember that Brooks Films had already made horror movies like The Doctor and the Devils and The Fly, as well as dramas such as The Elephant Man and the Francis Farmer biopic, Francis.
This section is for truckers.
For truckers.
Sure. It means licensed truckers.
Look, shut your flaps, get your ass in gear, and roll us out a couple of big bowls of chili.
The Vagrant is a goofy, neglected horror comedy with an absurd sense of humor and a wonderful cast. It would make a really nice double feature with The Dark Backward, The Widower, or The Burbs. But it also reminds me of quirky non-horror entries such as Raising Arizona, Wilder Napalm, and Freaked. If you like any of those movies, or if you're a fan of Bill Paxton, my recommendation this Halloween is The Vagrant. Scream Factory released The Vagrant back in 2013 as part of their 2-disc, 4-movie, all-night horror marathon. My copy contains a sadly edited version of The Outing, The Godsend, and What's the Matter with Helen. Helen was a last-minute replacement when the company hit a legal snag regarding the initially intended movie Schizoid, aka Lizard in a Woman's Skin. Indeed, a few copies of that original version made it to consumers, so if you find a copy, snatch it up. It's a rarity. Thanks for watching Pop Culture Beast's Halloween Horror Picks. I'm your host, Ryan Stockstad. Be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe right here on the Pop Culture Beast YouTube channel for new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right up through Halloween. Thanks again for watching. Watch horror movies. I'll see you next time.